welcome in to be our guest, and we have one of our very favorites with us, Mike Jordan. It is always a pleasure to have you from Alabama Power Company. And my gosh, we couldn't do without you. I just think of all the things that it involves, Jack.
That's all you've got to do is wake up in the middle of the night in your house and look at every little, it might just be this big, but it's a light.
Right.
Years ago you didn't see that.
Right.
But nowadays your house is dotted because so many things, even your toothbrush.
Absolutely.
It's going to blink at you during the night.
It's either working or it's charging, getting ready to work.
Right.
So.
Well, thank y'all for having me.
Well, you're so welcome, and I think we were going to talk today about...
We're getting into the winter season, and for a lot of people, obviously, especially older folks, and a lot of our viewers are older, they're on a fixed income, and they're saying, okay, we need to make sure that we're not going to have too high of a power bill heating the house, or what are some things they can do to kind of keep things in line?
One thing I would suggest will be, and it doesn't work for every customer, but we do have a billing mechanism by which that everyone can level out their billing every month. So outside of just a few of the energy efficiency tips we're going to talk about, that may be an option for some of the customers where there are no surprises in July and August or January or February, which traditionally are high bill months. There are some really important things that anyone can do, and really we all should be doing, that absolutely cost no money, take a little bit of time. But number one is go upstairs, inspect your attic, inspect the ductwork. Has the ductwork come loose from the trunk over the summer months? Or perhaps we've been moving some Christmas decorations or things around upstairs and we could have accidentally hit something. Well, we don't want the attic to be, taking all of our warm air. The second thing is take a look at some of the things that you have around. For instance, perhaps a fireplace. Closing the damper when not in use is a great way to save electricity, because that's just money literally going up the chimney, because that is just like an open window. Third is do a visual inspection of doors and windows. Are they closing properly? Are windows closing properly? For instance, if I can put my hand next to an electrical outlet, can I feel a draft of cool or cold air coming in? Those are things that are very easily done that help identify ways that anyone can save a few dollars.
And they used to tell you can light a candle and hold the candle down there.
Right.
And if if you start to see it flipping back and forth, you're in trouble.
Right.
So you just replace your weather stripping for one thing, and then what about sunshine, that natural heat?
Yes, so that's another important. Sun, obviously, warming. So during the day, open the shades, open the drapes, and allow that sun to come in. Equally important at night, close those drapes to make sure that the cool air does not leave that window. So that's another great tip for saving some energy by allowing the sun to do your work for you.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is it better, we talk about this all the time, is it better to leave your thermostat at a certain temperature, or to, let's say you're going to be gone all day long? What is the real truth about that?
Our recommendation is that, first of all, there's got to be a temperature that everyone in your house agrees upon. So that's first of all, that's the first problem.
Divorces.
So in the wintertime, that could be 68 degrees, for instance. So it may need to be a little cooler depending on, or it could be a little warmer depending. When someone were to leave during the day, for instance, work, the recommendation is that you drop the temperature in your home 10 to 15 degrees.
Wow.
That could save a tremendous amount of energy during the course of the month.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That's good to know.
Another important tip, talking about me not being really as patient as I ought to be, is when we're in the kitchen and we're cooking, our oven is consuming that electricity, and every time that I open that oven door to check to make sure that whatever I'm baking is ready, I'm losing somewhere between the neighborhood of maybe 25 to 50 degrees, which is forcing that oven to continue to work, continue to use electricity. So therefore, one of the great suggestions is, in addition to dropping your thermostat when you're away for an extended period of time, it also might be helpful to change your habit in the kitchen, where you're not opening the door constantly to make sure that whatever you have is ready.
And then after you're done and you take it out, then leave the door open and let all the excess heat
There
come
you
out.
go.
Or a better thought, those things that you might have to need necessarily not cook, but just keep warm. Your oven is off, you put those back in. So
Yes.
instead of turning your oven to the warming, 120
Right,
to warm,
right.
you just use
You've
the
got
heat.
it.
You got it.
You got it.
Well, thank you so much. You
Sure.
always help us, and you watch our viewers love to have
Yes,
all those tips.
yes.
And we're so grateful for Alabama Power.
And I
Thank
would,
you.
Sure, and I would just add one suggestion. Anyone that has any questions about additional tips that we didn't get to, our website has loads of them.
Good.
Please call our 1-800 number. Our folks are always happy to help.
Good. Thank you so much, young
Thank you.
man. Great. And just remember this, Alabama Power is here for you. They are going to be a very essential part of your life. Think about it each day as you turn on a light or turn off a light. And we'll be right back right after this.